the Cyborg 86. Today's rides are two CR18Ps by Hobby Plus, the Evo 3 Rushmore and the Evo 2 Convoy. I really wanted to drive these two together and just see how they perform. You know, when you're driving one at a time, you think it's like the best rig ever. And you're thinking, wow, this must outperform the other one. And you don't really notice until you get them side by side how much of a difference there is. This first line here, the Convoy drove right up, really nice. But the Rushmore really struggled. In fact, I'm going to give you some high speed here so you don't have to watch the whole thing. But I did eventually get the thing up on the rock, but my goodness, what a struggle. Then after all that back and forth and try and fail, for no apparent reason, up it goes. I really like this particular rock here. Just gave me an opportunity to see how far I can get up at this angle. Trying to go to that white rock there in the top right. And then I'll move over to the far side because it's a little steeper. And just see how far I can get them up before they flip or slip. By the way, these are both box stock, except for the Convoy had a chrome roll bar on there that I've removed. Just a little too much chrome for my taste. Also, the mirrors broke off. Between the two, the Convoy always seemed just a little bit more planted, but it did flip here, where the Rushmore is going to slip. Keeping with the theme here, the Convoy is going to go up without much trouble, but the Rushmore is just going to struggle and give me trouble. You know, I wouldn't think the body would make all that much difference. It apparently does. The other thing is the Convoy is a little heavier down low on the chassis because it has a shifting servo in there. It had a little more weight down low, but I was not expecting this much of a difference. I skipped some of this video here and finally just gave it a helping hand because it just would not go up. On these downhills is where the brushless really shows up. Just more precision, more control, less of the little lurching, but really the Convoy isn't bad in first gear. Coming up, I'm going to do another downhill run that helps demonstrate where the brushless comes in really handy, just on the downhill control. In fact, there's one spot coming up where I'll flip going forward because I didn't give it enough gas in first gear, right here. Try the Convoy again in first gear, but it's wide open. You can see it's not super fast. Where with the brushless, you got all the throttle right there that you need when you're going downhill. You don't have to worry about shifting gears at the top of the hill. And this little spot here I almost didn't even show because I consider it ugly crawling. Just because I'm going to slam these gorgeous little trucks into a rock. And that just doesn't look scale to me. So the first run there on the Convoy, I had it in second gear. And then I had it in second gear again and I couldn't inch it down. So just made it very difficult. Neither of them did the job very well just because of the poor situation this is. But then when I shifted into first gear, I could control the Convoy down a little bit better. But yeah, it's ugly. The Rushmore did recover better due to the high profile of the body. Maybe I should put that roll bar back on the Convoy. So the Convoy I picked up for about $120. It's a brushed version with 2-speed transmission. Got it on Amazon. Looks like it's running 130 now. And the Rushmore is running 160 now. And I got it for, I believe it was 120, maybe 130 during the Amazon Prime days. I have three Ascent 18s, and when the new high steer brushless version came out, I thought, no, I'm not going to buy it. Not going to do it. I'll buy this Rushmore instead. And then I ended up buying the Ascent 18 too, and really like it. Don't regret any of them, just regret spending most of my hobby money for the year. I'm kind of assuming you've probably seen videos on these because they've been out a while. So not going to do a detailed comparison. Really, they're the same chassis, tires, suspension. The difference is the motors and electronics. And of course the body. I'm in the US and they've been talking about import tariffs for quite a while, and we've had plenty of warning, so I kind of went on a buying binge. And so I've got quite a few rigs and, man, a ton of projects waiting for me. Been working mainly with the Jarbilas, those little 132nds, and I'll be doing a lot more of that. Lots of potential there and several ideas that I really want to implement with those. Well, I hope you enjoyed coming along for the ride today. I had a blast out here, crawled a lot of rigs, and happy crawling.